Alright, first off, I want to say Kal, Halali, Ho, Bashem, Yoshai, Bashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways, doing this work in all sincerity and in all honesty. The sisters, the believers, the helps. Shalom. This is your brother Yo. Hello once again. Just want to do a lesson on the whole global warming aspect, right? Now, it's been in the news since late. It's been a part of Agenda 21, otherwise known as Agenda 2030, right? Sustainable development. They want to have it possible where they can control the world's what's happening all across the world that's affecting global warming, and they're saying that cutting back or the use of less plastic and all of that is one of them, because they must say, oh, it affect certain process of the earth, and it also contributes to climate change. And their thing is, when climate change happen, or when the polar ice caps they melt, and you'll start have flooding in some places, and you'll have drought in other places, because the temperature will rise, and temperature will rise and have drought and famine in a certain places, and the place are gonna be too hot, and people can't dwell there. That's what them saying, right? And when the polar ice cap melt because of the heat, they must say it's been melting, right? Because of the heat or the increasing heat, and people will hear that, and because a so-called scientists are bring out them type of information here, people grab onto it, people latch onto it, and don't realize the trick behind it. You get me? Because them will think that when these men say global warming and the place will get hot and tormented and all of that. So look here, you have a science behind all of it. Now pre this. You have a thing called in physics what we call displacement. Right? When you have a water body and we use a solid object or we throw in there, and to amount of water it pour out, we'll get that cast out of the container. When the solid object go in, we measure the water and we can tell the weight of the object. You see me? Now, what we don't realize is that ice, when you go a fast food restaurant, or you just go buy a juice somewhere and then put ice in a container for you, or you there in a house and you say you want a nice cold, you want a nice cool drink of ice water. You see me? You go say you pop open the fridge and you throw some ice in one cup, right? And pour water in it. When you pour water in it and you drink some of the water and you watch it, and it dip on a nice high mark, and you left the water and you go somewhere and you come back and the ice melt out, the water look like it get more, or the water look like it decrease? Which one? Take a keen notice. If you notice it already, or if you start wonder about it, is it that the water look more when the ice melt out, right? Or the water decrease? Because see, the funny thing is, they're gonna tell us, say, oh, and just a fun fact, the water actually decrease, right? And they'll tell you that when the ice melts in the polar ice caps, you'll have a increase in water levels and all of that, whatnot. It's quite the opposite, because remember, ice is of a different structure. It's a solid object, right? For example, you catch water in a cup or something and you freeze it. You realize that ice expand. That's why them say you can't put glass full of liquid in a freezer, because when it freezes, it bust the buckle. Because ice itself expand when it freezes, and when it cool down and it turn back in a liquid stage, it's not that compact with ions or elements. When it get bigger, it free up now. So it's smaller, it decrease. Right? And they won't teach you that. They won't tell you that. People won't look into it. You get me? They'll have studies show you that over the years the temperature will increase, because back in 2010 it was this hot. Now we're experiencing 2018 that it's got this hot, and coming 2019 and 20, 19 and 20, it's gonna be this hot. What if I told you that in 1989 was one of the hottest years in history? 1989 was one of the hottest years in history. Well, they'll tell you that after 1998. Yeah, 1998 was the hottest year in history. And after 1998, they'll tell you that, look, the temperature is going to increase. What if I told you that they'll tell you no today that in 1996 it was way cooler than now, and they'll have so-called records to prove that to you? Well, what if they had those records tampered with? Right? Like, for you to know what temperature it was on July 16, July 16, 1966. If you're supposed to guess what the temperature was at that time, on that date, that's something hard. You see me? We're not going to have records of that so easy to our disposal. You understand me? If you Google it now, maybe. But then again, and it's something where somebody would have easily have access to. So when these people come out and tell you a story, say, yo, look, back then in it was this, but now it's this. All they need to do, they don't have to tell you or teacher, say, yo, look, it was cooler by then or so. All they need to tell you that, look, the future will be hotter. And how we can prove that the future will be hotter? We can get any readings or show you, say, yo, back then it colder, and further we go, it hotter. Them just need to show you that on a piece of paper and people will believe that. You see me? These are credible scientists, so go and have them research done and show people. Now you have a lot of videos or so we can prove, say, yo, global warming is just a myth. But they'll push that and say, yo, it's a real thing. It actually exists. And people jump on the bandwagon, right? The mere fact that them can control the weather with the HARP system, the mere fact that them can spray chemtrails in the air with the planes and jets, right? And it alter the atmosphere, whether it for rain or whether the place get dry and humid, and they destroy the natural elements for water fall back upon the earth in the sky where it goes somewhere else. You understand me? They tamper with life itself. Them can make a plant grow and bear fruit without seed. Why them can't make the place get hotter? You see me? These are weather. This is what you call a weather control. You understand me? Because look at this. They're gonna tell you that, look, a drought will happen and water will dry up, and because of global warming, you're gonna have a well and the well dry up, and you're not gonna have no water and Remember, water has its cycle, You see me? So you have the water cycle. So that same water, where them tell you, say, yo, I got dry up and that's impossible still. Because the water will evaporate and dry up, and so it have to go fall somewhere else. You see me? And if the water, the polar ice caps and the water of the sea and all that melt and to evaporate, the water will come back down on earth. Still is a cycle. You see me? Let me see if we can find it. Yeah. Alright. Ecclesiastes 1 verse 7. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the river came, thither they return again. You see me? So it's a cycle. You understand me? So when them tell us say, yo, when them tell us say the water go dry up and all of that and we're not gonna have water and so here, remember, you know, water itself have its cycle. When it evaporates, it forms clouds, rain clouds. You see me? And boom, it falls somewhere else and the same water will evaporate and go up, come back down. So never you think that, look, this thing are gonna reach to a point where we can't go outside without without UV rays burning us up, because the ozone layer is destroying and it's open up because natural gases, greenhouse gases and all of that BS just for charge you for carbon tax, because it's natural for a man breathe out carbon dioxide. But they'll tell you that, look, carbon dioxide is one form of greenhouse gas that help destroy the earth and cause global warming. And then soon of us want charge you for carbon tax. The very air you breathe, the air you exhale from your body is polluting the environment, and we need to control that. That's also a part of the whole Agenda 21. That's also a part of the whole scheme behind global warming. Tell you this for a couple of years time, for over 10 years or so, the population must start believing when we bring out articles, when we bring out facts, when we bring out things that are actually happening, and we not lie to them or tell them, say, oh look, the place I get too hot. They'll teach you these type of things. And over the years, people do come under the idea of it is actually true. It actually exists. Truth, and in fact it doesn't. You see me? This whole fact of global warming is just a scheme, yo. These men, so-called white man or Esau, use his technology to implement or to control the climate or the weather, and then tell you that, look, the earth is overheating or so because of whatnot, which is a total lie, BS, yo. 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11, it says our last Satan should get an advantage of us. We are not ignorant of his devices. So we know these little things we do, yo. We know the little chemicals that we put out there. We know the little factories and them things that will contribute to certain climate change. We know the weapons that they use, like the HARP system, that can help cause earthquakes, floods, storms, all of that, yo. You understand me? So we'll come out here and we'll warn you people, we'll tell you people, so that what? Last Satan should get an advantage of us. You see me? Let's say here, Micah 2 verse 1, it say, oh, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. So them can do it. Them have the money, the resources, the control for do it. We're gonna stop them. You see me? Day in, day out, Esau look into things as to how, because global warming is a topic where it will just come up hot. People are talking about it wicked, and then after it die down. And then all of a sudden again they bring it up back in the news, the media, and it's all over the place. But yet still, for how many years now? You know things say, and remember, they might make more care than normal. They might make more industrial stuff than normal. They might make more waste product than normal. And it's not like in a speed up the whole global warming. It's still upon a level where they still talk about the basic stuff. You ever notice that? It's all a lie, yo. This global warming stuff, don't take it like gospel here. This is Isaiah 32 verse 7. The instrument also of the curl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices, the HARP system, to destroy the poor with lying words. What lying words? Global warming. Even when the needy speaketh right. So this man come out and tell you people, shout to you people, sing to you people that global warming is real. We need to do something about it. Truth and in fact, global warming is something that they made up just to push an agenda. You see me? With that, I want to say Yokal, Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways doing this work in all sincerity and in all honesty. The sisters, the believers, the helps. Shalom.